Toyota is working on a new plan to change the car industry. The trendsetter wants to be a company that goes beyond making money off people by just selling cars. The world-renowned company recently shared some exciting new ideas that will help them do this. While the most recent automobile innovation has been electric cars, Toyota's CEO has taken a big step forward, emerging with a new car that runs on water. The show-stopping vehicle is powered by an engine that neither needs electricity nor gas to operate. Can Toyota really pull this unbelievable innovation off? And is the engine being powered by water the whole truth? Join us as we reveal what Toyota has had up its sleeves and what the media isn't telling you about this technology. At a recent technical briefing held in Japan, Toyota's Executive Vice President and Chief Technology Officer, Hiroki Nakajima, explained how Toyota intends to use technology to make their new plan happen. This was after the company's former CEO, Akio Toyoda, addressed it. Hiroki Nakajima talked about many different ideas, some of which are still being developed, that will help Toyota achieve its goals. He explained how they plan to make cars in the future and what technologies they will use. This is all part of Toyota's plan to become a mobility company, which means they want to help people have different options to commute. Hiroki wasn't alone when he shared these exciting plans. He was joined by two other important leaders, Takeru Kato and Mitsumasa Yamagata. Takeru is in charge of making electric cars, which are called BEVs. Mitsumasa, on the other hand, will lead the team making hydrogen cars when the factory opens soon. It's no news that China is currently leading the way in making electric vehicles, simply called EVs, and America is trying to catch up using the same technology. But Japan has just made a surprising move by developing a new type of engine that has left experts amazed. What's special about these engines, you might ask? Well, the answer is very simple. They only produce water vapor as exhaust. This basically means they don't harm the environment like traditional engines do. Plus, they're still combustion engines, which is a technology we're familiar with. This means Japan is taking a big step towards leading the future of transportation. Toyota, as a Japanese company, has been working hard on developing technology that uses hydrocarbons in a way that's good for the environment. They've been focusing on fuel cell technology, which is a way to make cars run on hydrogen instead of gasoline. This puts Toyota in a great position to lead the way in making eco-friendly cars. They've already shown off their ideas with a diverse range of patents in cars like the Mirai, which runs on hydrogen. This makes Toyota ahead of the game in making cars that are good for the planet. Toyota is showing how committed they are to improving a special kind of technology that uses hydrogen to make electricity. This technology is called a hydrogen fuel cell system, and it works similarly to the ammonia engine. The big advantage of this technology is that it doesn't harm the environment like traditional engines do. Cars that use this technology, called hydrogen fuel cell electric cars or FCEVs, don't produce any harmful emissions of greenhouse gases. The only thing that comes out of the tailpipe is water vapor, which is totally harmless. This makes them a very important solution to the problems of air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. The way Toyota's hydrogen fuel cell products work. The motor needs some special changes to work with hydrogen instead of gasoline or diesel fuel. One of the main changes is to the fuel injectors. These are the parts that spray fuel into the engine so it can burn and make the motor move. Because hydrogen is a different kind of fuel, the fuel injectors need to be adapted to spray it into the engine in the right way. That's not all. Some other parts of the motor also need to be changed to work with hydrogen. For example, the engine block and cylinder head need to be made stronger to handle the high pressure of the hydrogen fuel. The motor also needs special valves and spark plugs to help it run efficiently and safely. But even with these changes, the motor offers some really impressive environmental benefits. One of the most important is that it produces almost zero emissions. This means that it doesn't put harmful pollutants into the air like traditional motors do. It doesn't produce any carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, or particulate matter, which are all harmful to human health and the environment. The motor is also more practical and economical than traditional motors. One of the main reasons is that it only needs water to refuel. This means that you don't need to go to the gas station to fill up with gasoline or diesel fuel. Instead, you can just fill up with water, which is much cheaper and more abundant. This also reduces the need for extracting petroleum, which is a harmful and polluting process. By reducing the need for petroleum, the motor also limits the use of fossil fuels to specific sectors like airplanes and heavy industry. This is important because fossil fuels are a major source of greenhouse gas emissions, which contribute to climate change. By reducing our reliance on fossil fuels, we can help slow down climate change and create a more sustainable future. If many people start using this motor, it could lead to a reduction in the need to extract rare metals from the earth by a lot. Rare metals are used in a lot of technologies, including electronics and renewable energy systems, but extracting them from the earth can be very harmful to the environment. It can pollute the soil, water, and air, and even hurt the people living nearby. The process of extracting rare metals is often dangerous and destructive. It involves digging deep into the earth, which can cause landslides and other accidents. The chemicals used in the extraction process can also leak into the environment and cause harm. By reducing the need for rare metal extraction, the motor can help minimize these harmful effects. Toyota's water motor is also better than other types of motors that use hydrogen, like hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, FCVs. One of the main reasons is that storing water is much easier and cheaper than storing hydrogen. Hydrogen is a gas, so it needs to be stored in special tanks that can withstand high pressure. These tanks are heavy, expensive, and can even leak, which can be dangerous. Water, on the other hand, is a liquid, so it's much easier to store. It doesn't need special tanks or high pressure, so it's much safer and more practical. This means that the motor can be used in many different situations, from small cars to big trucks and even in power plants. Its simplicity and safety make it a much more viable option than other types of motors. There's more to the technology of this motor than just its ability. It even extends to being competitive. The motor's superiority over other motors also means that it can help reduce our reliance on fossil fuels and minimize harmful emissions. By using water as fuel, it doesn't produce any harmful pollutants or greenhouse gases, which contribute to climate change. This makes it a much more sustainable option for transportation and energy generation. The motor is a big step forward in technology and environmental sustainability. It shows that we can make machines that are not only more efficient and powerful, but also better for the planet. This motor is special because it uses water as fuel, which means it doesn't produce harmful pollutants or greenhouse gases like traditional motors do. This innovation is important, not just because of its technological advancements, but also because it shows that we can prioritize environmental concerns without sacrificing performance. This motor is a great example of how we can use science and engineering to create solutions that benefit both people and the planet. The motor's sustainable design makes it a game changer for the environment by using water as fuel. Do you see yourself getting Toyota's water-powered car, and do you think the company can pull it off without any controversy like the others in the past? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to leave a like, share it with your family and friends, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next updates.